after we leave here, I'm going to get a test. Had the nerve to have a plus sign. Hi guys, so it is Netta, of course, and today I'm gonna be doing my makeup again. I ain't got no wig on today, but that's because my dreads grew. So they're long enough for me to like style them a little bit. So you know, I got like 2 little pigtails going, and the rest are down because I can't do a bun yet or a ponytail, so just bear with me. So this is gonna be another story time about my pregnancy journey. Okay, so this is gonna be a story time about how I found out and what personally made me take the test. Okay, so it was kind of like, now that I'm looking back at it, it was kind of, oh, hold on, you know what, I'm gonna show you guys how I do my eyebrows while we're here. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, so now that I'm looking back at it, it was like definitely a trail of events that took place that should have made me just be like, yeah, boo, you might be pregnant. So looking back at it, I would say that this is the first I should have known, but I didn't peep it during that time. One night, Avery had brought home, well, to his house. We weren't living together at the time. We just like, I always stayed the night at his house. He always stayed the night at my house. So he had brought home or back, whatever, some, a salmon, right? Because I love salmon. And, salmon and rice. Even though I like my salmon with mashed potatoes, we won't get into that. I like, yeah, he had brought back salmon and rice or whatever. So that was what we were eating for dinner. And after we ate the salmon and rice, I was still hungry. So I was like, let me go fix me one of them Idaho potato things. You know them Idaho potato cups? That's how I do my eyebrows, guys, by the way. Yeah. So I was like, let me go fix me one of them Idaho potato cups. So I went and fixed me an Idaho potato cup thing. And before I got pregnant, I don't know if you guys remember, but I was on like a gaining weight journey. And I was like so serious about just gaining weight and supplements that I could take, blah, blah. So before I was taking my Ensure, I was taking maca root pills. And maca root increases your appetite or whatever. So he seen me like, I guess I was eating a lot more, which now that I think about it, I normally would not eat salmon and rice and then mashed potatoes. Like, that's just a lot. So he had asked me like that night when he seen me eating the mashed potatoes right after I just ate all that salmon and rice, he was like, are you taking that maca root stuff? And I was like, no. Like, why is he asking me that? I thought he was asking me that because like it also kind of makes you a little sensitive or whatever. So when I was taking it, my emotions was like a little everywhere. But yeah, later on I found out he was asking me because I was eating a lot, which I was. Like, I didn't even know that. So that was it with the maca root story, with the eating story. I didn't even notice my appetite was increasing, but he did. So kudos to Avery for peeping it. But anyway, moving on. So the next event, this is where I was like, all right, I should take a test. So he has a brother named Aaron. I was about to say Avery. He has an older brother named Aaron. And it was Aaron's birthday, so his mom decided to have everyone get together at our local Dave & Buster's and celebrate Aaron's birthday together. So, being as last minute as we are, me and Avery went to the Target because our Dave & Buster's is located in our mall with our Target. So we was like, let's just get him a gift before we go to Dave & Buster's from Target, duh. So we went to Target, got him a gift. We even met his cousins there because they just as last minute as us, and they got Aaron gifts too from Target. And we actually ran into his cousins. We didn't even be like, yo, let's meet up and get him gifts. They was just last minute, and we're last minute, so it all worked out. So we met them at Target, and we're walking through the mall to go to Dave & Buster's, and I'm just like, the mall stink right now. So I'm like, yo, Avery, like, the mall stink to you? And he's like, no. And I'm like, what? The mall don't stink? So he's like, no, I don't smell nothing. And I was like, are you serious? Like, it smells like trash. So he's like, no. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, why do I smell that? So the whole time, like, we're sitting down at the table with his mom, his brother, his brother's fiance, his cousins, his other brother, the one whose birthday it is, him, I'm like, damn, I want a drink right now. So I'm like, I'm not gonna get a drink because I don't want to be the only one drinking or whatever around his family. And I was like, oh, what if you pregnant? Like, you can't be drinking while you're pregnant. But I'm like, I should get this last drink before I really find out I'm pregnant. But I'm like, but that's kind of inconsiderate, because what if you are? You don't want to know that you had an inkling and then you were still drinking. That's messed up. But anyway, I didn't get a drink. So I was like, all right, not gonna get this drink, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, after we leave here, I'm going to get a test. Because after we were supposed to leave, Avery was gonna go to this place that he hangs out at, and it's like where a bunch of creators hangs out at. If you from where we from, I don't want to give the name because I don't know how, well, we're in quarantine right now, so ain't nobody going nowhere. But anyway, it's like where like a bunch of creators hangs out at here in the CT area. I'm not gonna give our exact area, but the CT area. So I was gonna drop him off there because we had taken one car, and I was just gonna skirt over to whatever store was open, which was Stop and Shop, and I was gonna get a pregnancy test because I'm like, Netta, something's not right. Why did you smell that funky smell and not him? So I was like, all right, let me go get this pregnancy test. So I went to Stop and Shop and got one of them little cheap pregnancy tests, and it was like the one with the line and then the plus, you know what I'm talking about. So I went there, got the pregnancy test, went back. Oh, but I was like, Avery, I'm gonna go and see if Stop and Shop got this soap I'm looking for. And he was like, okay. I was not going to see if they had this soap I was looking for, whatever. I went to really get a pregnancy test. I went there, I got the pregnancy test. I came back to his house, and I took it, and I waited. I waited by myself. I just waited. No TV on, nothing. I just waited. So then after the time was up, I was like, all right, let me look. I looked just like that. Had the nerve to have a plus sign. Very, very faint. I was like, am I seeing that right? No, I'm not seeing that right. And then I'm holding it up to the light. I'm holding it down. I'm trying to look at it on camera to see if, like, am I bugging? Are my eyes deceiving me? But no, I wasn't bugging. And no, my eyes was not deceiving me. So I'm like, oh my God. And I literally just sat there like, just thinking, what am I going to do? How am I going to tell him? How am I going to tell my parents? Like, what's the next step? Who do I go to? Who am I going to talk to? What's going to happen next? What is he going to say? What is my sister gonna say? What is his mom gonna say? I was just thinking everything in the book. I was like, oh my God. But, you know, I didn't want to ruin his night and be like, yo, come to your house right now. So I was like, I'm going to let him enjoy his night. And then I'm going to just whip it on him when he get here. So after he got back, I said, I need to talk to you. And he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, can you just hold me? And he was like, what? And I'm like, just hold me. He was like, okay. So we sat on his bed and he just held me. And I was like, this is me from behind. I'm like, this is him. I'm going to try to put an emoji there or something. I'm like, can you reach your hand back? And he was like, okay. So he reaches his hand back, not expecting what's to be expected. And I put the pregnancy test in his hand. And I don't know how he knew what the freak it was, but he just automatically knew what it was. Really, Avery? Not cute. But anyway, I put it in his hand and he was like, no. And I was like, he was like, yo, you serious? And I'm like, and he was just like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, boo, I just found out about an hour ago. I don't know, fool. I don't know. So he's like, well, whatever you want to do, I'm here for you, blah, 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 blah. And just let me know. And we'll just do what we got to do. We'll handle it together, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's the support I need right now, you know? So I'm like, damn, I wish I had a J. That's all I was thinking. I wish I could smoke right now. I wish I had a J. But anyway, so I'm like, but it's very, very faint. I'm like, so, and I'm supposed to get my period tomorrow. Something told me to just take the test before. Like, something just told me to take the test that day, that second, that moment. Because my period was supposed to come literally the next day. Like, if I would have waited 24 hours, then my period would have been late a day. But I didn't even wait. I just didn't wait. Something just told me to do it. So, I did it. I took the test or whatever. Told him. And I was like, but it's young. It's very light. It's very light. And it's false positives all the time. So I'm going to just take another one in a couple days. This where it get crazy. So I was with my sister and her husband for some reason. I can't remember why I was with them, but I was with them. And we was leaving somewhere. And I was like, I'll meet you guys at the house because, anyway, our living situation is like similar, but we just live very close to each other. We don't live in the same house. We just live very close to each other. So anyway, I was like, I'll meet you guys at the house because I need to run a Target. I don't know why I said it out loud. Don't know why I said it out loud. Because then my sister's like, oh, you gotta go to Target? We'll go to Target too. And I'm like, damn. I did not invite you to Target. So I'm like, okay, how am I supposed to get this here pregnancy test without her wondering what I'm gonna do with a pregnancy test? And I'm like, blame it on one of your friends. So I said one of my friends asked me to pick up a pregnancy test. And I'm like, should I get this pregnancy test for her? Da, 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 da. But then I'm like, the more I'm thinking about, like, I don't know. The more I was just thinking, the more I was just like, no, don't buy it with them hair. So I was like, no, I'm not going to buy it. So I'm like, my lie of why I needed to go to Target was I needed to buy a pillow. I needed to buy a pillow? Really? Anyway, I bought a pillow. I bought a pillow that day. I bought a pillow, no pregnancy test. So I was like, all right, y'all. Because I was just waiting for them to like leave without me. I was literally taking forever in the store, dragging my feet, thinking that they're going to be like, all right, well, you taking too long. We're just going to go. But no. They was like, let's check out together. And I'm like, really? Y'all don't ever do this. Why y'all so friendly today? So, they checked out with me. I mean, we went to the checkout together. We all checked out. I bought my little one pillow. And we left Target. We drove separate cars. So I waited in my car and watched them pull off like this. And then I went back in Target and got the pregnancy test. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to take the pregnancy test as soon as I get home. And this time it was a good pregnancy test. The one that said pregnant, not pregnant. It was, hold on, let me see if I got it. Not the exact one, but it was a 2-pack. So I have it, but it's just in this drawer right here. And my chair won't let me open the drawer all the way. So we're going to keep going. So anyway, I bought the pregnancy test. It was clear blue or whatever it said. That shit was clear as shit. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to take this test or whatever. This is me driving home, talking to myself. Like, all right, I'm really going to take this test. So I get a text from my sister. Hey, can you watch your niece while we go to the gym or wherever they was going? I'm like, really? I really don't want to be around no kids right now. I'm about to find out if I'm going to have one. So anyway, I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So I go downstairs. I watch my niece. I FaceTime my best friend, Janae. And I take the second test while my niece is sleeping. Guys. I looked at the test while Janae was on the phone. Fell to the floor. Not because it was natural, but because I'm over dramatic. That's why I fell to the floor. And I literally fell to the floor. And I was like, bruh, I don't know what to do. What am I going to do? Mind you, she already pregnant. That half are already pregnant. So she like, yay. And I'm like, no. I don't know what to do. So I get it off the floor. And I'm still a little shocked. Still shocked. And from that moment on, it was just extra real. You're pregnant. What are you gonna do? That's what was going through my head. That's how I found out I was having a kid. Now that I finished my makeup and the story, thank you guys for being here to listen to how I found out and for giving me so much love and support and positive feedback on my how I told my parents story, because that was the story. Okay, so this was how I found out that I was pregnant and all of the signs that really made me take my test. And I hope you guys like this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, thank you guys for coming to my channel. Make sure you come again. All right, and I'll see you guys in a few. Bye.